Action.
Now this is an assembly of section S5 and S6. Because the way I'm doing it is I'm trying to form an L to support the other sections as I'm installing them. So when you install one of these 12-foot sections, which this is here is a 12-foot section, I have come up with a different method of connection in here. So you have this post here that has these Z-clips in here. Now you'll receive the post exactly like this, where they'll have the bolts in and you'll have your dowels installed. So, and then you could just lay it down onto the ground and then follow my path of what I'm doing now. So now you take your rail, and for instance, this post is C post. This here has S6 on this side of that post. I have S6 on the bottom rail. So what I want to do is I want to slide that post over the dowels and with that bolt and push it in. Now there'll be a 1-inch hole on the bottom of this rail, and that 1-inch hole will be for this Z-clip, which is a cam bolt. And I'll supply you with the star tip for the cam bolt. And basically this one here is kind of deep in, so I'm gonna have to look in there. But basically you just want to go ahead, and I'll give you paper instructions with these bolts too. But you put it in, and you slip it over the bolt, and you just just tighten it up. And you tighten up and you can feel it snug. Now, if you want to make this permanent, these are exactly the same bolts you would use for your handrail in your house. And what they typically suggest is putting some glue when you make this connection. I will supply you with some tight bond glue if you want to make that permanent connection. Or if you just want to leave it as a bolt, you can do that as well. So now what you want to do is you want to take your dowels, and now you also, just so you know, you have that same bolt connection up here on the top rail. And so what you want to do is you want to put in at least 2 or 3 of these dowels in to get this thing lined up. So we'll go for 2 dowels. Put a dowel in that hole, put a dowel in this hole. Okay, now you got it started over there and you got the holes in. You can start it about halfway. You don't need to put your bolt in yet until we finish putting all these dowels in. So it's kind of a finesse thing. You're doing a little bit at a time, because you don't want to pull it out so much that this one falls out. So you just gotta kind of work it down. And any time that it can be done like this, laying down, it's probably going to be easier than like doing them standing up. But some of them you have to do standing up. like I said, if you did this thing with 2 people, it'd be much easier. Okay, so now they all slipped in. So now you can slip over the post. This post here is D, and this is going to be the one that you'll have the part for the lock will be on there already installed. So you take your deadbolt hammer, you tap it in, and this is one of the narrower sides, the 1.5 inch direction. So you would use a 2 3/4 inch shorter bolt. It will come in with, it comes with 2 length bolts, 3.5 inch the longer bolt, and a 2 3/4 inch the shorter bolt. This is the 2 3/4 inch bolt because it. Okay, so now that would be this section.